This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. When we think about the COVID-19 vaccine hesitancy in the Black community, let's remember, it didn't happen by chance. It's justified in history. But the will to change the narrative is strong today, and our people are lending their voices to the conversation. We're sharing our stories and the reasons that made us choose the vaccine so we can lead the way for others to make a well-informed choice too. To hear our stories, visit hereforuswa.org.
Wenatchee is gorgeous in the spring with its lush green rolling hills, abundant wildflowers everywhere, and the views of the Columbia River. The local food scene offers an abundant selection of authentic international cuisines featuring the unique farm-fresh ingredients of the region. Wenatchee is also home to award-winning wines, handcrafted hard ciders, and a talented handful of local brewers producing fine craft beers. Visit Wenatchee, the heart of Washington State.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. We got our loud and local band of the week, and this week, it's Renfield Syndrome. Our loud and local band of the week, Renfield Syndrome. If you want more info, well, Steve's got it for you.
It's all Ryan Renfield. He used to be the frontman for the band Mechanism, which is a very well-loved band around here, and he's decided to hunker down in the studio, work on some new music with the always talented producer Kelly Gray, who helped him out with this. Sounds awesome.
You get that info on the BJ and Migs page of KISW.com, and you can get great local music every Sunday nights at 8 o'clock. 2 solid hours of Pacific Northwest music on a show called Loud and Local. You hear great bands like Renfield Syndrome.
Let's play Beat Migs.
I will beat anyone that calls in to play the game.
He's smarter than you. He'll make you look lame. 60 seconds on the clock. You're going down and I'm gonna rock. It's time to play the game. Yeah. So everybody scream his name. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Migs, you're a loser.
It is time to beat Migs, and we made it. It's Friday. Hey, he's jumping.
Don't jump too hard. It's hot out there.
Yeah, right? Fun. Looking forward to the weekend. Happy Friday, everyone. Like Steve said, it's going to be very hot. And if you weren't fortunate enough to get a cooler or one of those AC units or something along those lines.
Cooler. What,
Yeah,
am I jump in the cooler? Am I put ice in there and just jump in with the drinks?
You could do one of those homemade air conditioning
Yeah, the
setups.
swamp cooler was what I was trying to get to. It's like if you didn't get an AC unit, you can make a swamp cooler.
How do you make a swamp cooler?
Well, you take a cooler, you fill it with ice, and then usually you'll take that little port that you'll grab for like drinks or something right there, and then you cover that up and you stick a box fan next to it, and it pushes out that cold air.
Oh,
Yeah,
fancy.
Oh yeah, when you're young,
You
and
have to put a hole also, like you have to like.
yeah, there's some like other stuff. Like there's YouTube tutorials out there. I'm not explaining it amazingly, but yeah,
good enough.
Yeah, exactly, and that will keep you cool, or at least I don't know.
I'm seeing all these different
warm
pictures of all the different sort of homebrew these swamp coolers, as you call them.
Yeah, to do it yourself air conditioning.
Yeah,
nothing wrong with that.
Something's
Those
better
are
than
pretty
nothing.
legit.
Yeah,
exactly. That's one of those things. Keep cool out there, and have fun. Well, I mean, do whatever you want. Let's get to our contestant. We got Steven in Linwood. Steven, are you there?
Sí, güey.
What? What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he said something in Spanish.
Oh, okay.
If I translate in English, it's not funny. It's not funny in English. I think it translates to like bull or something or male bull, but it's like, yeah, bro.
Oh, okay.
Hey, bro.
Nice.
No, it's fool. Yeah, fool.
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect.
Oh, okay.
What was the word?
Way. Orale, way.
Orale way.
See, look at that, Steve. Now you learned Spanish.
I have no idea what's happening.
I don't
but
know.
Okay. I feel like a fool, so that works, I suppose.
Cálmate, way, man. Just seriously.
All right, fine. All right, Steve, get out of here. For those playing at home, Steven will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Steven, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Which chef and TV personality wrote the book Kitchen Confidential: Adventures in the Culinary Underbelly in 2000?
Pass.
Which NFL team won the most recent Super Bowl?
Patriots.
No.
Rams.
No.
Green Bay.
No. In what year, the mid-2010s, did musician George Michael pass away?
2013.
No.
15.
No.
14.
No. What is the official state dessert of Massachusetts?
Boston cream pie.
Yes. What was the previous name of the NBA team Washington Wizards?
Bullets.
Yes. Which restaurant chain has the slogan "Service with the speed of sound"?
Sonic.
Yes. What organ is physically altered by a lobotomy?
Brain.
Yes. Eddie Redmayne portrayed which scientist in The Theory of Everything?
Pass.
What was the term for the official policy of racial segregation in South Africa until 1994?
Integration.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4 correct.
All right then.
Well, I mean, it was a score.
Wow. You know, but
Not a good one, but it was a score.
that South African question is going to be interesting if it's what I think it is. Because I didn't realize, well, I don't know, I have a different definition for that word, but we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I don't know what that means.
It, but I don't know either because you may have a whole different answer. So.
Oh, all right.
Crab in a cooler in my truck.
Oh, it's good. Nice.
Steve, you're back?
Yes.
Are you ready?
Oh, yeah!
Oh, yeah.
Which chef and TV personality wrote the book Kitchen Confidential: Adventures in the Culinary Underbelly in 2000?
Gordon Ramsay?
No.
Wolfgang Puck?
No.
Anthony Bourdain?
Yes. Which NFL team won the most recent Super Bowl?
Tampa Bay Buccaneers?
Yes.
Stupid Tom Brady.
In what year of the mid-2010s did musician George Michael pass away?
2015.
No.
2016.
Yes. What is the official state dessert of Massachusetts?
Boston cream pie.
Yes.
Yeah.
What was
Yeah,
the
I love
previous
the cream pie?
What was the previous name of the NBA team Washington Wizards?
The Washington Bullets.
Yes. Which restaurant chain has the slogan "Service with the speed of sound"?
Sonic?
Yes. Nice. What organ is physically altered by a lobotomy?
Brain.
Yes. Eddie Redmayne portrayed which scientist in The Theory of Everything?
Einstein.
No.
Edison.
No.
What's that guy with the mustache? Oh, crap. I don't know. Eisenhower.
Eisenhower? No.
Great scientist, that Eisenhower.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You win 7-4.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Sorry, Steven.
Don't be Stephen left. He hung up. He knew the truth.
He knew, yeah.
Adios, way.
Yeah, sure, why not? Does that work?
Yeah, that works.
Oh, okay, it does work. Good job. Look at that. Multilingual Steve over here.
Look at that, huh?
Slowly learning. The one you got to that you didn't get, Eddie Redmayne portrayed which scientist in The Theory of Everything?
I think he knows this.
Stephen Hawking.
Yes.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. And then there was one question you didn't get to that BJ was kind of confused by, maybe. I don't know. What was the term for the official policy of racial segregation in South Africa until 1994?
Was that apartheid?
Yes.
Yeah, see, to me, maybe that was racial segregation, but apartheid to me meant that you had the minority ruling the majority, is what I always thought apartheid meant, which is why that was a problem. The majority of folks living in South Africa were African, and yet you had a lot of white dudes running the joint. And so that's what I always thought apartheid meant. It wasn't so much segregation. It was just the minority running the majority based on
Looking at online, it looks like it says it's all about racial segregation.
Yeah, it was keeping them separate. So it would be like, yeah.
Okay, then, you know what? I'm going to go back and change that in my brain.
All right, then. Good job.
Yeah, I don't think you will.
Oh, I will. I mean, you read it, Steve. It's on the internet. It's got to be true.
It is true. It's on Wikipedia.
So I don't know what I was thinking. And maybe what I'm saying is pretty much the same thing.
What you're saying is, it's not. You're not saying something that's completely different from it. So it's one and the same when it comes down to that.
Well, thank you, sir. You know what? To get your approval has been a goal of my life.
Oh, I'm going to take that as a compliment. Congratulations, Steve. You
Must
win.
be the heat. Nobody's thinking normal.
Oh, really? Look at you, man. You are slowly but surely. This heat does it to everybody. This weather will turn everybody into a 75-year-old man because they're all going to be talking about it like that.
My goal today to everyone is going to be hot enough for you.
Oh, don't do it.
Yes.
Don't do it.
Why not?
Oh, no. You're much too young, sir.
Oh, you miss being around people. Hot enough for you?
Oh, here we go. This is good. This is really going to happen. See, again, as soon as a person has a child, they become dad joke guy.
Oh, yeah.
Which, by the way, I don't know if we can get Alexa on the air, but she has a horrible but amazing dad joke today.
Is it dad joke day, or is it just because?
No, it just happens to be she told a great dad joke celebrating a day today.
So what do we have to ask Alexa to do?
Well, as soon as you're ready, I can tell her. Oh, well, no, you should say, Alexa, good morning.
All right. Alexa, good morning.
Good morning. Barbed wire was first patented in the U.S. on this day in 1867. Many people found it useful, but critics were on the fence.
Like Fred and Max would like those kind of jokes.
Yeah, except when they're dad jokes. That's exactly what they are.
On Twitter is tell those kind of jokes.
Dad jokes. Those are bad jokes.
Yeah. Well, dude, everybody, and I got a friend, my buddy Terry in Rochester. That's all he does is post dad joke kind of stuff now. That's what he's doing in his life. I don't know when it happened. It started 6 months ago or so. And that's his dream. He just continues to find dad jokes or dad memes like that. And that's all he does. That's his new thing. And I don't know if it's because he turned a certain age and a button got switched in his head.
Yeah.
It happens, man. So we all know that one person that's just embracing the dad joke.
And it's Alexa.
Yeah, I really thought that was a good one. You're all going to be using that barbed wire one because I've never heard that before.
No, I never heard it. I won't remember it. If you ask me to tell it in like 5 minutes, I'll be like, I don't remember the whole how it goes.
Well, yeah, it's because it's too hot for you. That's the problem.
Oh, yes. And my brain's not working properly.
That's what it is. Yeah. So they're going to be up to Monday, supposedly 104, you said?
106 in Seattle, but I think in Puyallup, 111 is what my wife saw on her app.
No, that's nuts. Okay.
Time to move.
Yep. We got a recent study that was done to find out what is on America's bucket list. And what topped the list? I'm going to tell you at 7:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, 1 in every 5 children killed in traffic crashes in the U.S. was a pedestrian. That's why 3M is working alongside local governments and NGOs to help improve crosswalk visibility and traffic markings in school zones, in a worldwide initiative to provide kids with a safe walk to school and access to the education they deserve. To learn more and take action, visit 3m.com/schoolzonesafety. 3M Science. Applied to life.
Your kids will be saying,
"Please 5 more minutes. I can't believe I did that."
And,
"Look how high I can bounce."
Spring Free is the world's safest trampoline, the place where stories are made. The innovative design boasts no springs, so you know you're safe. Go ahead and create the greatest stories you'll tell your friends. We're back in stock. Get it while you can. To learn more about the world's safest trampoline, visit springfreetrampoline.com.
Mom, come watch us.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. A recent study was done to find out what is on America's bucket list. And that's, of course, meaning stuff that you want to do before you kick the bucket.
Right.
Now, here's the problem. You ask people a question, and it's like they don't understand the question, because you look at this list, and I don't see a lot of these things on this list that I think are bucket list things. These are just like life goals more so than bucket list things.
Okay, I think it seems like over the course of time it's blurred the lines, because people are just like, well, this is just one of my big goals, and they just use the term bucket list because of that.
Yeah, and number one is not a bucket list thing, okay? A bucket list is like, oh my God, this is an epic thing that I want to achieve before my life is over, as opposed to what number one is, which is basically a New Year's resolution for pretty much everybody in this country. And I've given you a clue what number one is.
Oh, go to the gym.
Oh, you're close. It is actually lose weight or get healthier.
Yeah. That makes sense. Okay.
It's not a bucket list.
I don't feel like that could be that's not like a tangible thing. Like, to me, bucket list is skydiving. Like, that's something like, you know what I mean? Bucket list would be like, going to Vegas for, maybe you've never been there, or, a threesome.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wow. Okay. Yes. You really, what? Eventually your mind goes, Steve, let's not forget what we love to talk about.
Right. Yeah.
Here you are, you were skydiving, going to Vegas, and your mind was quickly going, and you know what happens in Vegas? Threesomes.
Right. Well, sometimes my brain's like, hey, we haven't said anything perverted in the last 4 seconds.
It's very true. It's very true. Your brain's like, dude, you're letting us down. I mean, what are you doing over here?
Who are you?
Yeah. Well, and losing weight is one of those things, too, that it's like, even if you attain that goal, like your goal of
it's never
20
ending.
pounds, you're at that point, you're like, oh, I could do more. And it's like, it's not attainable for me.
Yeah, it's just a weird one. Like, I wouldn't be like, oh, my even if you made a goal for it, like, oh, my bucket list is to be shirtless this summer. And it's like, that's not really a bucket list thing.
Yeah, it's weird. And I mean, I don't know. I mean,
and shirtless at work. That's my goal.
Yeah.
Now that's a bucket list thing. See, that's a whole different story.
See, I think it would make more sense if you're like, I want to lose weight and then go to a nude beach.
Then the nude beach is the bucket list.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's the bucket list thing. Yeah, I want to go to a nude beach. That makes sense. Of course, believe me, Vicky, don't worry about having to lose weight before going to a nude beach.
I've been to a nude beach. It's fine.
Yeah, me too. So that's the thing. So yeah,
not
people
the same
do
time,
not.
People, by the way, just heads up.
Yeah. You guys didn't go at the same time.
No.
That was weird, because like BJ and I ended up in Hawaii at the same time, and that would have been funny if you guys ended up at a nude beach at the same time.
It's like, okay.
Because you just never know. I mean, you never know who you run into in life. That's what I was that's what I was afraid of when I did go to that nude beach. I was like, what if, a lot of people vacation here. What if, and this was like well known in Maui for being, this is the beach you go to if you want to run around nude.
Oh, yeah, Little Beach.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that what they call it? Little Beach?
Yeah. Yeah, I've been there before.
I'm only going to Big Beach.
Yeah, that's why I went to Little Beach. Yeah, I wanted to be with my people.
Is there a girthy beach?
Girthy.
Wow.
Hey, you know what? Your mind is right back in control again. Steve.
Yeah, that's where the threesomes happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Is there another?
It's the lukewarm topic of the day.
Is there like another example? Because that's not a good example of a bucket list.
What do you mean? Well, I think you came up with some good ones. Skydiving and, things of that nature. Yeah. I mean, traveling to an exotic location, you said going to Hawaii or something like that. That's number 2 on the list.
Okay, good. At least there's some people that were thinking clearly.
Number 3 is also dumb. It's dumb that it's not dumb to do, but it's not a bucket list thing. And, achieve a wealth goal. I mean, I don't know. Maybe if you want to be part of like the Millionaires Club, you want to be a millionaire, maybe that's a bucket list thing.
Yeah.
But paying off student debt to me is not a bucket list thing.
Oh, no.
That's a life goal.
No, I never woke up one morning and be like, man, I hope I could pay off my student debt. Like, to me, it'd be like, oh, I hope I one day have enough money that I can make it rain at a gentleman's
Oh my God,
club.
I was about to say the same thing.
Yeah, right.
Right. That's a bucket list.
Okay, the two of you really.
The one, the gun that shoots the dollar bills.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that'd be amazing.
But to be able to do it all night, not just that one time, one and done.
No, yeah, I'd want to be like Scarface, just shooting dollar bills all night.
All right.
Those are financial goals.
Yeah, those are really good goals, guys. Keep working on them. The two of you are. I'm so proud to work with you.
Getting in shape.
It is.
Okay.
I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah. Look, you know what? Whatever I'm not going to bucket list shame you, unless, of course, it's a life goal and not really a bucket list. But yeah, making it rain at a club, I guess that's a bucket list thing to do. Sure. At least it's a bucket list thing. And of course, that's what we're going to ask you. And you know what? If you want fine. If you want to tell us what your life goal is, we'll take those as well. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. What's on your bucket list, or what is your life goal? Or have you recently accomplished something on your bucket list or life goal? We'll talk about that after Bush on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle, and people are talking about bucket lists, America's bucket lists or life goals, because some of these we talked about on the list, really not. Losing weight or getting healthier to me is a life goal, not a bucket list. Traveling to an exotic location, that's a bucket list thing to do. Achieving a wealth goal, sure, I guess if you want to be like a millionaire, billionaire,
yeah.
But paying off student debt is a life goal. That's not a bucket list thing.
I almost pulled the trigger and I didn't do it because I have a bucket list would be to make it rain with one of those guns at a gentleman's club. And oddly enough, they sell those guns on Amazon, BJ.
How much are they going for?
Well, there's one called, there's a lot of random ones like $20, $30, which is cool and all, but like there's one that's just called the Rainmaker. And it's like fake gold and it's $50.
Wow, that seems a very doable bucket list thing.
Worthwhile investment.
Well, that's just getting the apparatus. But then I need all the money in the world to be able to shoot. I'm not going to go into a place with like the fake money. I'm not Usher. You know what I mean? Like I got to have like real money to do it.
Oh, it looks like a gun. It looks like a real gun. Wow.
It's the Rainmaker.
Wow. Okay. And well, it depends on how much money ammo it takes.
Yeah, I know. I read some of the reviews, and it's good. Unless the money's really crisp, it doesn't work all that well. Plus, it'd be a very awkward conversation if, like, all of a sudden it shows up at my door. And my wife's like, "Why'd you get this?" I'm like, "Well, I needed the Rainmaker. It's a bucket list thing. It's for the show."
For a bucket list thing, for like $500, you can get the Rainmaker and get a lot of dollar bills and make it rain. That's a very inexpensive bucket list thing.
No, but like
that really is a bucket list.
We want to go
thing.
in there like all night long. This isn't just like a one and done thing. Like it's not a drive by, man. This is like a full on war. I want to just be shooting all night long.
You're gonna have money clips just ready to reload.
Yes, like one of those like
get a bandolier.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Just stack some cash.
All right. Well, that's. I felt like you'd have 5 moments of shooting off $101 bills, which I think still looks impressive. $101.
Steve's going big.
Yeah, I want to like hide behind a couch, and then one dancer walks by, pop up, like catch ya.
Okay. All right.
He's turning it into like paintball or something.
He surely is. I'm a little worried about all this. Well, how about you? 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. What is on your bucket list, or what is your life goal? Let's go to Matthew in Monroe. Matthew, you are on The Rock.
BJ Shea.
Who cares?
Good morning, people.
Morning, Matthew. And by the way, I want to compliment you on Al Borland Park. I was recently there this past weekend. Took the wife on a nice little walk around Al Borland. It was nice. I've never been there before out there in the great state of Monroe. That was pretty sweet.
It's nice out here.
Do you know Al Borland Park?
Do you know Al Borland Park?
I know of it. I can't say I've actually been to it.
It's fine. You can admit that you don't know it. I just think it's funny. DJ's trying to connect with you, and you're like, I have no idea what park you're talking about.
Well, I just said you actually read him right, Steve. But it's not an easy park to get to. Like on the road, it goes, here's Lewis and Schlemke's park. Here's somebody else's park. Then you got to go down a bunch of stairs. Then when you get down the stairs, there's the first sign you see for Al Borland Park. And we were,
Who the hell is Al Borland?
I don't know. He must be somebody that was famous in Monroe. I don't know.
There was
Wes's dad?
Well, there's Al Borland, Richard Karn on Home Improvement, but I think it might be spelled different.
And Wes Borland, the guitarist of Limp Bizkit.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't necessarily have to be that Al's from here, because we have Luther Burbank Park, and Luther isn't from the Pacific Northwest. He was just a guy that was like a botanist or something.
I think he had a podcast in town.
Al Borland was a former city council member and Monroe school teacher who promoted parks and environmental education.
Oh, well, no wonder he has a park.
And the largest park in Monroe.
Danny's embarrassed to be on this show now.
Yeah, you guys didn't know who Al Borland was? Come on, guys.
Sorry, Danny. Well, there you go. And
now showing me pictures. It is a nice park.
It's a beautiful park. It's by the Sky Comish. You see the bay. You get it was. I mean, Kathy was like, "Wow, this is beautiful."
Again,
unfortunately, we lost him. He's gone now. I don't know what happened to him, but apparently he got bored. Park.
Yeah, probably got bored by our park talk.
Park talk on the Rock.
Oh, really? Well, is it hot enough for you?
No,
how's that
yet.
talk?
Yeah, I blame it on the heat. We wouldn't be talking about parks if it wasn't so hot.
Parks are nice. I mean, what are you talking about? Getting out in nature, hiking. I actually did a little bit of a hike, which I know you guys would be surprised, but I did it with the pollen and everything. Did it.
Was that on your bucket list?
Yeah, it was.
How about this section? Says I want to go to the Bahamas and swim with the pigs.
Wait, swimming with pigs?
We're not invited to the Bahamas. How can she do that?
Yeah, you can come to Puyallup. I got a blow-up pool. Well, you can swim with this pig.
Okay.
There's a place called Pig Beach.
Pig Beach?
Yeah.
Is it in Westmoreland Park?
No, it's in the Bahamas, and there's a beach full of pigs. Famous swimming pigs.
That water looks nice.
I don't know if I want to swim with the pigs. I mean, my wife
totally want to swim with the pigs.
When you visit, be sure to get a selfie with the hashtag swimming pigs.
Dude, this looks like a lot of fun.
I don't know, man. I guess they're clean because they're in the water, so there's that.
Who cares if they're not? You can take a shower later.
That's adorable. I've never known. I mean, who wants to hang with pigs? I mean, I know some people have them as pets, but I don't.
People hang with us.
Yeah,
That's
people
true.
do hang with us.
That's it.
These pigs look like so much fun.
I don't know, but then I won't be able to have bacon. I'll feel bad.
Well, just don't get bacon that day.
Oh, that day? Okay, that's fine. Okay, and if we go say that, don't eat humans that day. You can go swim with them, and then you can be a cannibal after.
Yeah, don't show up with a BLT.
All right. Oh, that would be funny.
Or do and be like, if you guys are mean to me, this is what happens.
That's right.
The last pig that was mean to me is this sandwich.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
They don't understand English. That's ridiculous.
Oh, they don't understand English? Are you sure? Oh, it's because they're in the Caribbean. But if we were in America, the pigs would understand English. I see what you're saying.
Well, we're transitioning because I see your daughters in the room.
Oh, great. I can't wait to hear what's on her bucket list.
Oh, Sarah. I don't know why, but I've always wanted to go cage diving with sharks.
Wow. Nice.
I want to be locked in a cage, submerged into the water, and then all these sharks just trying to attack.
No.
But hopefully don't actually really attack.
I couldn't do that, man.
You couldn't?
No, that would freak me out too much.
Really? Like you're under there and there's no way you could get out?
I'm too clumsy. I'd slip, my leg would go out, and then all of a sudden now I'm like Stevie One Leg.
Stevie One Leg.
Stevie One Leg. Great musician, by the way. I love Stevie One Leg.
Or mobster.
I was going to say I'd have to move back to New York at that point.
Right. Get myself a pinstripe suit.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, how you doing, Stevie One Leg?
Hey, at least the pants will be half off.
Yeah, but you know when Steve's coming to get you. Good point. Alrighty. All right, so that's cage diving with sharks. How about you, Vicky? Do you have any? And again, I don't know. We're letting life goals be part of this too. Because I think Vicky and I though we'll probably have a fight over what's a bucket list and what's a life goal. But either one works.
I want to know what it's like to be pregnant.
Oh, well, you know what?
Well,
I'm sure there's somebody that's following on OnlyFans. I'd be more than happy to help you.
And a lot of texters.
Yeah, here comes the text.
It's not just having that life goal of having a kid. The whole experience seems super fascinating to me. And I'm that weirdo when there's a pregnant lady. I'm like, can I touch her belly? Because it's like an alien.
They love that, yeah.
I always ask. I don't just grab bellies. That's not nice. You ask.
So, I mean, but you've heard all the nausea and, of course, the bloating and just the hormonal situation, and you're still wanting to go through that.
But everyone's pregnancy is different. Like, my wife barely got sick during her pregnancy, just a couple times, and it was minimal. But other than that, it was just, uncomfortable, though.
And, I'm always uncomfortable, hormonal, and cranky anyway. So, I'm kind of used to it at this point.
All right. Well, I hadn't thought about that, but yeah. Okay.
Picturing the alien kind of trying to poke out and stuff, in the belly. I love those videos.
It's trippy, man.
It's so weird.
When you first start feeling that foot moving around, you're like, what the hell? Is it on out already?
It's I'm just picturing that alien scene where the thing just comes bursting out. I'm like, are you trying to do that? Oh my God, that just seems so weird. I want to see what that's like.
So, who do we think's going to be? Never mind. I was going to say, between you and Sarah, who's going to be pregnant first?
Ooh, it's the baby race.
Well, she's ring shopping, so she's a little closer than I am. I got to find a willing partner that's not a complete idiot. Because I need it to balance out. I'm kind of.
But you don't necessarily want. You don't have to be married for this to happen, or do you? I don't know.
I would like to, but at this point, I'm getting old. I feel like I'm getting up in age.
I'm almost 32. Almost 32. Yeah, you're ancient. Don't you love when somebody who's in their low 30s go, I'm getting old.
I'll let you know when I hit that point in my life. Mentally, I'm not there.
Yeah, right.
Well, no, mentally, I'm still a 12-year-old boy, but I got the equipment that's getting to its expiration.
Well,
date,
hey, we did Who Wants a Date,
BJ's daughter who wants to impregnate Vicky B.
Yes.
Oh,
okay, let me tell you, that would be an epic contest that I don't think we could. I don't think we could get it past the legal department.
Just
But
a roulette.
it would be the greatest radio contest ever.
We could get people to sign a waiver. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Oh, are you sure there? Okay. Well, I didn't realize do you forget the company you work
Waivers.
for?
Who wants to be Vicky B's baby daddy?
I think it would be. Look, you know what? If it were a different time, I surely would do that contest, Steve. You know that. If I was on the buzz again, we would do that in a heartbeat.
I just want to hear the promo with the big boy Malcolm doing
Yes.
this.
Right.
Get Vicky pregnant.
Who wants to knock Vicky up?
Honestly, the best part would be going to our radio convention to share the new and latest idea.
That's the only reason I want to do it. Just so the
And just be
entire
there
room
like,
can
look
go.
at the belly.
If we don't win a gift certificate for like a Visa gift card or whatever it is that they give out for those damn things, then I don't know what's
Yeah.
right.
Oh, I just want my buddy Woody to because my buddy Woody was like, "Hey, did you hear what what one stupid show did?" And it was our show. He didn't realize it. And he was talking to me, and then he was like all embarrassed. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, man."
Yep, that's me.
Yeah, and I'm going, "Yeah, you can thank Vicky for that. That was her idea." He goes, "Really? She came up with that idea?" I go, you know what? You got to let the kids run the show once in a while. Yeah, there you go. So this would be another one of Vicky's bright ideas. Who can get me pregnant?
Well, we could ask Brian. This could be one of his first.
Yeah, bring that to him
tasks.
as his big first decision.
Yeah.
He said yes to the turtle shirt. Of course, he'll say that yes to this.
And that was dumber than this.
We, the old producer of the show, the dumbest thing because our old producer would come up with some pretty heinous ideas. He wanted to do the other end. He wanted to prevent a pregnancy and wanted to give that away. And I remember he literally, he called a meeting, and the look on the program director's face and said, "You want to give away what?" And I just thought, man, this business, the fact that I'm sitting across from an idiot that would propose this idea, and then the program director going, why am I in charge of you idiots? So Steve, let's do it. I just want to see the look on a boss's face when we go, here's the next thing we want to give away. Somebody impregnates Vicky.
This is going to be great.
Come on, America.
If we time it right, maybe she could give birth at Pain in the Grass next year.
Yeah, on stage.
Yes. We don't leave until the baby leaves.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's...
they got those great big screens. Everyone can rejoice and celebrate.
Wow.
Wait, who's going to get to cut the cord? That could be another prize.
Okay, then.
Mm-hmm. Caller 9.
Yeah. And Steve, you know how timely babies, they come right on time, don't they?
Yes.
Yeah, perfect. They'll be there. So the little baby Vicky will cooperate. That's a great idea. All of this is just a fantastic idea. I'll get back to you. Somebody will get back to you on this.
We got about a year to make this happen.
Yeah. Last night was Conan O'Brien's final show on TBS, and there were a couple of great moments that involved Will Ferrell and Homer Simpson. You'll hear what happened at 7:50 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. If I file for bankruptcy, do I have to appear in court? That makes me nervous.
Going to court is never something that's easy to do. However, when you file bankruptcy, you usually only have to attend one hearing at the courthouse. Of course, I'll be there with you. And when you go to court, it's not before the judge. It's actually with the trustee or the trustee's attorney. One of the things that's critical in a bankruptcy is that you give your attorney and the court all of your information. You list all of your assets and all of your creditors. That's what we're trading for your discharge, is your true and honest disclosure of your assets and liabilities. And so the court hearing is just usually about a 5-minute deal where you show up and reaffirm and swear that all the information you've given the court and your attorney is correct.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Your kids will be saying,
Please 5 more minutes. I can't believe I did that.
and
Look how high I can bounce.
Spring Free is the world's safest trampoline, the place where stories are made. The innovative design boasts no springs, so you know you're safe. Go ahead and create the greatest stories you'll tell your friends. We're back in stock. Get it while you can. To learn more about the world's safest trampoline, visit springfreetrampoline.com.
Mom, come watch us!